All right, welcome to this video. I wanted to record this funnel that I'm building so you can see kind of what it looks like to build a funnel in GoHighLevel. So I've done a handful of these at this point, and they're honestly pretty easy to build, but yeah, I just felt like it'd be important for you to kind of know. So building the funnel for this UniContent AI Marketing Machine. This is just a super powerful way to generate content and uh, use ChatGPT in a spreadsheet and GoHighLevel to do that. So I've already got all the resources set up. I actually haven't recorded the videos to offer this to people yet, but I'm going to do that next, and then I'll just upload them and then I'll be done. So basically what I need to do is go through and create the funnel. I just want to show you how I've got it structured right now. I've been using ChatGPT to kind of create this. Now, if you're not familiar with the ChatGPT app directory or custom chatbot directory, I would definitely encourage that you look at that because that's kind of part of this. I've been using this perfect webinar chat to create this whole entire thing. So basically, I'm to the point where I told it how I want the funnel to be set up. It's been guiding me along the way. And now we're building the copy for the landing pages, right? So we're going to start with a free lead magnet. This is always a good way to get people's information without, needing to ask them to buy anything. And then you can always do the selling after that. So the copy for this page is going to be called How to Create Your Own ChatGPT Marketing Machine Today. Super easy to understand, should help people kind of understand, what they're going to get out of it. And that's the headline. So you've got your heading here. I like to run this through my own little headline analyzer. I always do this, especially for the headline, because initially it was just create your own ChatGPT marketing machine. And this one actually scores 57%. Actually, I think I might have changed that. So that's really strong. How to usually increases the score, if you can make sense out of putting that in there. But not today. So we're going to stick with create your own GPT marketing machine today. So let's get started. Now I have already started a funnel. Okay, I'm using one that's been done in the past. Okay, this is something that does already exist, but they're super easy to create. You just go to your funnels page in GoHighLevel that's found under set sites on the left-hand side. And you click new funnel. You can do this with AI, or you can do it just from scratch or from their templates. They have a lot of templates, honestly, and they're not bad. If you don't have a super defined brand, that might be a good way to go. Alternatively, if you're trying to get that done quick and just want this to do it for you, the funnel AI is honestly really great. I've created multiples this way. And I'm just going to give you a quick cheat code on how to do this. Where it says name of the business, you actually don't need to worry about the character count too much. If you do too many characters in here, it won't work. But you can put like a few hundred characters in this field. And so what I've done with prior funnels that I've built using that way is I literally just tell ChatGPT to give me the most descriptive title for a funnel, the most descriptive title for whatever it is that I'm creating, and use all the keywords, all the numbers, if they're pricing, if there's, guarantees, literally everything I ask it to put into a keyword rich title. And then you come out with something like this. This is an example of one that I did. And it literally just has everything that you could need to know about this credit card settlement opportunity that we did. And I'll show you what that looks like, but this is really not the point. But it created this all in, just off of the title. Okay. So this is what those AI sites are going to look like. They're all like this. Okay. But really quick and easy way to generate what you're looking for. And I didn't really like everything that this gave me, but this opportunity is a pretty nuanced thing. So anyway, I just kind of want to show you. It does work, and it'll build out more steps than that. It honestly did a really good job. So anyway, that's just kind of how that's done. Now I had this other funnel, connector winning launch guide, that I duplicated and turned into this UniContent AI marketing machine. And the reason I'm not going to go into all of the other steps is because really just I want to show you like putting it together. So it all starts with the offer page, right? So you click on edit, and this is going to take you to the easy to use drag and drop website funnel editor, and then you just get after it. So our headline is create your own chat GPT marketing machine today. Just paste that in there. However you want to make it stand out, it's totally up to you. So this would be the subheading. Okay, and this one, since I don't actually have an image for it, I could remove that. I think I'm just gonna leave it out for now. Actually, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it entirely. Go with it like this. This is a pretty simple thing, right? I don't need much to it. I liked my other checkboxes better. I should save my bold formatting. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. All right, grab these. So what's interesting is the way that this bold formatting works. You got to come over here on the right and then change how you want the bold words to show up. And that looks pretty good. That, yeah, that. Gotta have the emojis. some padding up above it. Let's see what this one was. It's probably more about this one. 20. Keep it evenly spaced. Now, if you do it in one spot, you don't want to do it in the other one. Try to keep it consistent. I'm talking about the padding around this button. So what we're gonna do is actually make it where when you hit this button, it's gonna pop up the opt-in form, the email opt-in, which I think we just need to use a form because it's not actually, they're not actually ordering anything, right? So we don't want all this. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna, when they click the button, it'll open up a simple form. Yeah. This free sign up form is perfect. Let's submit. And big part of this is creating the let's see, affiliate side of this. Which just so you know, in GoHighLevel, it uses a field for the affiliate field. It uses something called AMID. I always run into issues with this. You got to make sure that the query key is AMID. Okay, otherwise it's not going to get it. So AMID from the affiliate link pushes to this affiliate ID code, okay, which is in context as AMID. And so you want it hidden so that doesn't show up when people submit their information. But you do got to have it on this form or else it's not going to show up. They're not going to know who submitted it. So if you're building an affiliate system, make sure you have AMID as the query key in your form, okay? All of them, it's got to be there or else it won't track the sale. Okay, so now that's in. We've got our form. Something's got, oh, it's that text, so that'll go away once we refresh it. So now we're gonna make it where this button, rather than takes it to the next step, is going to show this, which means we gotta hide it. So you'll do hide and show elements. We're gonna show the form. Ideally, this would have some sort of title. That's fine. I can get rid of this one. And then I'll replace this video with the one that I have. Chances are, though, like, people won't need to go beyond that. And then let's see here. So then this, when they submit it, we want it to go to the next page. To get your guide. We'll actually just leave that on 0 because we're going to put this in the middle. That goes in the middle. And we're going to hide it. Show that form. And now I 2. Now that's hidden. Get access to the guide. They're going to click the button. It's going to pop up the form. They're going to fill out the form. It'll take them to the next page. Create your own ChatGPT marketing machine. All that looks good. I'll click that and it'll pop up. All right, what else we got? Is that all? Name, email, phone. Sure. We could go right here. Sometimes we gotta get creative. Still might not even work. No, those testimonials aren't actually from that, so I might change that up. But yeah, I mean, this and get rid of that. Get started. I probably won't look at this too much because I don't feel like I'm gonna find what I want in here. And I just want to give you guys some examples. So, um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is for now. Save time, increase revenue, stand up from competitors. The planets don't really make any sense, but we could just get rid of them. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I don't know. Maybe an image is better. Hmm. Which one says, "Hey, business owner, your time is valuable. Here's how you can save some of it." That one kind of does. So, like, you could go with that. It's like, does that look better? Does that help? Kind of got to decide for yourself, right? It's not a great image, but I don't know. I feel like something's better than nothing. Everybody likes to see their revenue go up. Ooh, that one's good. Time is money. And you actually want to use this one over here. So look, so one thing that I like about GoHighLevel is it gives you the link for every image. They're all just links at the end of the day. So you can just swap it out pretty easily. Pretty convenient. Feel like I want a marketing element in there. I liked a couple of these. I know that there's going to be a good one. Even something simple like that. Something like this is good, but it's not what I'm looking for. I think I do want something kind of like this. Just keep the style somewhat consistent. Even this might be good. It says time. This says profit. Kind of like the profit one. I like it to show like that growth chart. Mm, Not bad. That might just be the one that we do. Anyway, see, and this is why I was thinking just skipping it because now I'm in the weeds looking for the best graphic. Let's just go with this lady. It's like very similar though. See what I gotta work with. You never, it's so hard finding images for unicorn sometimes. I feel like that one's okay. So there you go. That's not bad. Could be better. Don't love it. Don't hate it. My point is right now, here's the thing with these funnels, okay? And I want to encourage that everybody applies this. get it done, get it launched, get it put together, and then get it out there. You can always reiterate. So you want to get it to a minimum viable product always. So this video, I don't have the video yet. Turning that off. Okay. Can I sell it through here? It's a free guide. I think so. My point is that I want to get to the next page. So this is good. This first page is actually pretty good. Like I said, I revised it from another funnel. So we're going to want to fix up that. This is supposed to be in here. Let's see here. It's always good to have an image to go with it. Yeah, I liked how I had it before. I want to make this just a little bit smaller. I think that's where my issue is coming from. Cool. Yeah, I could have kept the testimonials in there, but I just didn't want to keep them all the same. This one I'm going to keep in that container. So yeah, so there you go. I mean, this is pretty much it. Straightforward, simple, done, right? You want to get, like I said, get it to a minimum viable product. Now, do I have an image for this? No. Could I? Yes. But here's how I'm going to do it. So I've got this style guide that I'm going to use along with my prompt to make sure that I get the image in as close to my brand's style as possible. This is what my style guide looks like. So it tells the fonts, the colors, some of the images, and then just, instructions on the style. So I encourage you to put something like this together if you don't have it. Got all of our characters and different image files and things, right? So I give it that, asking it to create a prompt for Canva Dream Lab because I really like Canva. Oh, it's still uploading. I really like the way that Canva creates images like the one that I'm looking for. So I think that this is a good approach for you. So we're going to do that. Give it this. That time it uploaded even less. We'll see if it gets it. It's a 318 megabyte file. Still usually does it just fine though. Try this one. Should be the same. Yeah. Mm, get it. We're just gonna give it some images. How about that? So what else are you gonna do, right? Yep. Waiting for it to upload. Cool. I always like to copy my prompts before I put them in there because otherwise it doesn't work well. Canva Dream Lab. It's honestly a pretty cool little application. So I really like it because it gives you so many different ways to generate the content you're looking for. There are other applications that I'm sure work better than this, but just seems to be getting better. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid overall. Mm. This is gonna be too much, I can tell you right now. Signed in. One of those is bound to work. Okay. So you'll be able to see some of the ones I've done in the past here, just to kind of get a feel for it. But I want a square image. Smart's usually not bad. You can see some of these get really interesting. But keep in mind, I'm dealing with unicorns. So, you know, it takes a bit of iterations. Fortunately, they don't, get on you too much. But yeah, I made one of these. This one, that's the one I ended up using, and I just had to revise it. But anyway, so we'll try it. We'll try the prompt it gave me. You can see it cut it off under Instagram. Almost like 10 out of 10 times I don't like the first one it gives me because it's usually too much and it usually gives me way more text. Get the free training now. All right, sure. Let's give it a shot. Ideally, it would just look great. Yeah. The only problem with doing this is you don't create the images yourself. You don't create your own file, And so you can't really change it, right? And I can't really reuse that style all too much. Like you can do add image, but that just screws things up, to be completely honest with you. Like what do I want people to see when they get the link, right? And this one's actually kind of cool, but I don't like any of them. So I'm just gonna redo it. sometimes what I'll do is just change the style. You can go to creative, smart usually works, none's usually the best. So I'll have three of them loading. This one's not bad, but there's no way I can edit that. And that's really what this comes down to is, okay, does it look good? Cool. Are there things I'm going to need to change? And if so, am I going to be able to change it? This one's great. That's perfect. I actually kind of like this one too. And then, which one's communicating the highest value, right? Because some of these can look really cheap, right? Like this one's not bad. That kind of gives me like an Adobe type of feel. But I think there's too much text in here. Like all that text, it just doesn't look good when you can't read it. All this, that just looks like crap. All in all, this looks pretty cheap. Now, create your own ChatGPT marketing machine today. This looks great, and I can just use it. So we're gonna go with it. Okay. Mhm. Now, something like this might not seem like a big deal. Same with this thing. There are a couple things that you could honestly just leave, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and I don't like things to look below my standards. So I'm going to erase crap that I don't want. It's just little things, right? This that says get the training now, I could just leave it, but I don't like when you can tell that it's AI text. That's the hardest part. I pretty much always just erase all of the text. So, you know, to each their own, but I pretty much always do that. And it's easy enough to erase and then just replace it with high quality actual text. This is tolerable. This create your own chat GPT marketing machine today. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just not. But like, this is annoying when it does that. I ask it to erase and it's just giving me the text back on. That's fine. Okay, so then you just put the text in here. I want to say this said just get free training, just like that one does. And that's even just completely unnecessary. Just that whole button and text, but it's there and it's not going anywhere. So there you go. That looks centered. That looks centered. Now, only other thing I would want to do is make it my own. Put my logo in it. Ideally, I could remove this too. I'm sure it would go away. But it's just MVP, right? That's the goal here. My goal right now is to get this funnel to an MVP. All right. It's easy to edit. It's easy to iterate. It's easy to add on to things. All of that is super easy. What's not easy is getting it all the way done. What's not easy is getting it perfect. What's not easy is iterating yourself to death. If you do that, just you're not going to be happy. Does this whole thing look weird? Like dark. Hmm. And ideally we'd put like this behind it too somewhere. Just then that's where I'm gonna mess with the lettering. Like I could do something like that, but I don't think that looks better. This actually looks okay. But see, like then I'd need to get rid of that. Yeah, and I'm going to. I'll probably do just fine with that. Like, is it worth losing that? Here's the thing. We can put our this chick over here. It's gonna fix these icons. Yeah, we're good with that. All right. Gonna move on to the next step. Okay, so this is going to create low ticket tripwire. Yeah, so what I want to have happen is they're going to submit this form and then it's going to take them to the next page, which is actually a checkout page, which they can then, let's see. Yeah. So this is super basic, right? But this way, I mean, they get caught to stop and grab this thing multiple different times, right? So this is what the first page is going to look like. Now I've got this done. This would be 100 times better with, a video or something right here, but it's a free guide and I want to get people to this page so that they can get it and get started with it. This one's not working. This one is, so let's just fix that up. See how that pop-up came out? It's because they changed. This should be form 2 that we're going to show. And this section is just way too much. So we're going to shrink it down. All right, that's better. This should be good. And where's my SEO metadata? Oh, and it didn't save that. I want to add keywords. This will help it pop up on Google and stuff under Google search. Doing my targeting. now page 1 should be complete. You're probably wondering if I'm really going to take us all the way through this whole funnel. The answer is yes, I am. We're going to go all the way through. So this could be a pretty long video, and hopefully you get some value out of the bit. So anyway, they click get started. It's going to give them the form to fill out. Click get your guide now. Give them the form to fill out. Click it again. Give them the form to fill out. Do we want this blank white spot? I want like a small white spot. Already 11. Just evening out the spacing a little bit so it looks good. I feel like that looks pretty even. This is why you want to make sure you only have the padding around certain elements, because see how this one has no padding under this box. Um, this one has 5, 5, and 10, which maybe that 10 is messing me up. And then around this box at the top, it has 10, which means it's going to be 10 plus its 10. And whatever this has below it is going to be whatever is below that, which is nothing. But this one's got 10. That one's got 10. It doesn't. This one has 5 and 5. But then this box has 5 and 5 as well below. So this 5 is messing me up. And this one being 10, and the other one's only 5, is also messing me up. Now that should be. This one's got 10. It should be 0. Now that's better. But I want just a little bit more space. Easiest to just do it off of this one, but what are you gonna do? All right, cool. I'll click get started. Ideally, you'd pop the form up over here, but it's not set up that way. That's kind of a different pain in the butt. What you need to do with that is create the 2 columns to do that. It's actually not too hard. I do think that would look better. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like how that looks though. Cause see, it'd still be hidden, and then this is gonna be off-centered. All right, beautiful. go. This looks good. It does not look white. Just noticing that. We could do that or that. Notice that that was green. Definitely don't want it green. There we go. All right. So this looks pretty good. So it's just going to give people basic info about what it is, um, what it's going to do for them, get access, get the link. It's perfect. Yeah. And they're going to fill that out. It's going to take them to the next step. Bam. And then this takes them here. So this is the page that I'm on now. So pretty straightforward. So once they fill that out, that's going to complete their step, right? So this part's done. So now we're going to go to the checkout page, which is where I'm essentially going to upsell them to something else, which in this case is the order bumps, right? We just had it build these out. Right after they opt in, but before they reach the webinar registration page. Yeah, that's what I want, is this one. Content optimization. The AI prompt optimization cheat sheet. That's the one that's supposed to be $7. So then they would buy that. All right, so I need to make sure it knows. This is pretty good overall. I just don't need that part. Um, I'm gonna hide that. Don't really need the company name. We're gonna get it anyway. Sticky contact, so hopefully that pulls through from the last one. And this should be good. Of course, we don't have a new image for each little thing. That's okay. So this is going to give us the option to purchase it. I'm going to put this right here, actually. There we go. Dividers are nice. They do a good job at containing your stuff. Separates it. All right, yeah, this feels pretty good. So now what you are gonna see here is, okay, so we're on checkout page, right? This is for the $7 upsell. So I'm gonna save this so I don't lose it. I'm actually gonna put a pin in this right here. But what we could actually do is just determine I'm gonna make this go to the thank you page for now, just because I, out of the interest of MVP, we want to get it there, right? So, if I were to start selling this, I wouldn't be able to because it doesn't have everything that I need. It still doesn't have the products that I'm offering. I haven't even created them. So the next thing that we would need to do is to create the product. So, um, so what I've done now is we've created the offer page, which tells people about it, and then the checkout page, which gives people the option to purchase the first upsell. And then from there, we're going to add in the order bumps and get it finished up with those things added in. So we'll need to add each of these items into GoHighLevel in order for it to work appropriately. So to do that, you go to your payments, products, and then create product. And then it's pretty straightforward. For this one, we're going to call this what was it? AI prompt optimization sheet. Okay. It's a good idea to give it a title. I mean, a description, title and a description. Going to be part of a collection, the UniContent AI Marketing Machine, which means when somebody buys that, they're going to get it as part of it. Okay. That's all that means. One-time purchase of $7, compare at $27. And that's it for this one. So now this exists and we should be able to sell it on our site. We're going to add a couple others though, because we've got them. And we've got the description right here. AI content optimization checklist. Also part of that. 7. Say it's worth 97. I think this actually lets you attach the item. No, it doesn't. Okay. One more. All right. Now we've got that. Now you're going to go back to your funnel, UniContent AI Marketing Machine. And then under your checkout page, you are going to choose products, add product. And then it's going to be what do we call this? The AI prompt optimization cheat sheet. That's right. $7. Perfect. All right, cool. So now when we go to the checkout page, it should look right at least, where it'll show the $7 item pre-selected. Yep. So there you go. Now it's ready to go. So once they pay for it, and it did pre-fill my info, which is nice. So once they pay for it, then it'll take them to the next page. Now you can set this up where it has multiple items as part of it. You just need to add those other products into this. And then where we had that page set up, we got content repurposing guide. And I think this is just going to give us the options to select them, not actually make it an order bump. So you got to do that separately, but let me just kind of show you how that looks. So when you go to the checkout page, and the reason you wouldn't want to do this is because you're going to lose the $7 sales if you just have it as an option for people to choose. And what you would need to do is set up this checkout form. I don't know if you saw, but I deselected cart mode, which makes it where people can choose and add to the cart. But that's not what we want to do. And so you would need the order bump product, but you need to create the order bump product first. So you can't just use a product that exists. You got to actually have the order bump in there. So that's a different step, and I'm not going to do it right now, but I just wanted to show you that if you are creating the checkout page, and let's say you do want to give them the option to add multiple items at once, let's say you wanted to have all the options here, then what you would do is enable cart mode. And then when you save it, you'll see that rather than just having this radio button, which, you know, I didn't show you, but it gives you checkboxes so you can deselect and select what you want if you just want one thing, or they can choose both and it'll add them both to their cart. Okay. So again, different than an order bump because this is like purchasing multiple items at once. I'm not going to do it this way, but I kind of just wanted to show you how it looked, right? When you update it that way versus disabling cart mode. And now you can see it's got those two options in there, right? Which I don't want. I don't want it to give this repurposing guide as an option, but it's still going to show up because I have it selected as a product, right? So that's kind of what you would do there. But because that's not what we want, I'm going to go back here to this page, and I just wanted to give you that example, but I'm actually going to remove this content repurposing guide, okay? Yeah. So if you want to do the order bump, then what you need to do is go back to payments and then go to products. And I think you actually have to create it as an order bump. Or there's an option in here for that. Yeah, this part is, it's definitely done differently. I think it might even be under payment links. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this a little bit more. This is where I'm at. I haven't done the order bump part yet, so remember I found it on something just a little bit ago, and I thought it was really weird the way that they had it in there. But anyway, I'll come back to it. So this is going to be the end of the first part of this video, but we accomplished a good amount here. So just to kind of recap what we did, we built the first page of this funnel, this UniContent AI Marketing Machine, which includes the details on creating your own well, you've got your prompt optimization cheat sheet, creating your own chat GPT, and then there's going to be a training video that comes along with it. So yeah, so pretty straightforward. Like I said, I did use another site, another funnel that I had already had set up. So this did help me save a little bit of time, but it's really not all that hard to set up. So now it's all ready to go. You can see just like that, we've got a quick and easy page to get people's email. And then once they fill that out, then it's going to take them to the checkout page where we're then going to sell to them this guide or the next part of it. So that's pretty much it on this part. And then the next part, I will take you through setting up the order bumps and getting this done in a way that is most effective. And then we're going to finish up the full webinar page that shows what you're getting for it so we can sell the actual $2,000 webinar. So with that, we're going to end it right here. Hopefully this was helpful just to kind of see how to use GoHighLevel to set up a funnel. So that ends part one, and we'll come back and finish up the rest later. Thank you.